A Centralia man got 15 years in prison for sex crimes involving a child. David Hoppick was first charged in August. He pled guilty to exploitation of a child and child porn possession in October. ABC 17's Abigail Landwehr is live at the Boone County Courthouse, where he was just sentenced on Friday. Abigail, you spoke with a mother who said her daughter was messaged by Hoppick in August.
Hannah, that's right. And to protect their privacy, we won't be airing her face or their last names. Amber said that her daughter first deleted David Hoppick's first message, but then was messaged again over Facebook on August 11th.
And that night, it was almost 9 o'clock, she come flying in the bedroom and was like, "Mommy's messaging me now." And so the original message that she saw said, "Hey, gorgeous lady, how are you this evening?" And I took the phone away and I pretended to be 14 for the next day.
Over the course of about 22 hours, Amber sent messages back and forth with David Hoppick through her daughter's Facebook account, while in contact with the police at the same time.
I said that I was only 14, and he said, "LOL, cool."
The next day, she said David Hoppick started asking for photos and sent sexually explicit messages. Around 7 that night, he asked to meet up at one of Centralia's public parks where he was arrested.
It was a very long day, lots and lots of messages, teaching her things, talking about things that no kid should. I'm 43, and it made me sick to my stomach.
The 33-year-old man was charged with attempted child enticement in Boone County on August 12th. And for every court appearance, for every bond hearing, Amber was there.
I looked at him several times to look him in the eye. I wanted him to know that it was me. He didn't get my daughter.
According to a probable cause statement, David Hoppick also sent sexually explicit messages to a 12-year-old girl through social media and asked her to send him photos. The statement said David Hoppick admitted to the messages under interrogation. The following week, prosecutors added a charge of child porn possession after finding videos on his cell phone that was seized during his arrest. Amber says the ordeal has been difficult.
But it is really hard as a mom to come out and say that these things have happened. Even though he didn't get to my daughter, the what could-haves go through my head, and it's really hard. It's really hard.
And Amber said that she wants parents to talk to their kids. She said having open relationships and checking kids' phones could help parents catch situations like this earlier. Reporting live in Columbia, Abigail Landwehr, ABC 17 News.
Thank you, Abigail. Yesterday, David Hoppick's lawyer added that he took responsibility for what happened.